Hey guys, I trust you're all well. I'm just out here sitting, enjoying a bit of sunshine, getting some fresh air, vitamin D, enjoying some fruit. So I got all of my favorites here today, all of my favorite apples. So I've got Golden Delicious. They're they're not rare, but they're hard to find sometimes, but they are really sweet. They look a little bit like Granny Smith's, so green apples, but they taste a lot sweeter. And they got like yellow skin, so if you find them, give them a go because they're really good. I've also got Pink Lady apples, love them, really easy to find them. And Corella pears as well. But I've got plenty more fruit, and this is just one plate of fruit that I'm eating. Like, I usually eat multiple plates of this plus a smoothie usually for one meal, so I eat a fair bit, just sharing with you guys because I am eating just fruit. And yeah, I just thought I would jump on and say hi today because I haven't done a video for ages, and I've been kind of like really wanting to for a while, but I just sort of haven't really felt like it, and I've been pretty busy as well. Like things have been great, really enjoying work with what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm doing PT and yoga at the moment, so it's getting busier, like a lot busier, but it's really good. I'm really loving all the people that I'm working with, and I just feel really blessed to be able to do something that I love for a job and also work for myself as well. So like, I also get to work outdoors, which is really good. Like, I work indoors as well, like depending on what the weather is like and stuff like that. But today is an amazing day, so yeah, got up early, did a training session, and then went to my next client and did a yoga session, both outdoors. So both was really amazing. And then I've got more sessions in the afternoon, more yoga, more stretching, and then I get time for myself a little bit during the day to eat fruit, to play music a bit. I got a fair bit of music stuff to work on at the moment. I'm working on a piano piece and taking my time with that, which is good. I feel like it's getting much better. My progress is getting better. And yeah, I've written a new song recently as well, which I'm working on editing at the moment. So not recording it, just editing the songwriting phase, but working on making it really good, because that's something that I want to do, is just to make my music better and to put more, like, in a way, just make things better, everything that I'm doing. So working on that. Also, a friend of mine has remastered one of my old tracks. Do you remember? You guys, some of you may know the song. It's one of like my oldest, or one of the oldest songs. It was like 5 years ago or something. I wrote it, and I released it a couple years ago. But it's been remixed and I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm going to have a listen, and if it's good, I might release that song as well, and I'll share with you guys. If I release it, I'll share on here, and I'll share on my music page as well. Oh yeah, some of you may know that, like, I have a music page, and I also have my Reiki page as well, Reiki yoga. So if you're interested in either of those things, you might want to check them out as well. You can find the link in my bio. And then we also have our acro strength page, Johnny and I, and that's a mix of acro yoga. So acro yoga is yoga basically with partners, but it's fun, it's acrobatics. Most people can do it as long as you've got a reasonable level of fitness and mobility. You can do it, and it just comes down to doing it. And it's a really good way to learn trust and to meet people and just to have fun. Like, it really reminds me of being a kid. Like almost every Saturday we do it in Centennial Park with a whole group of really cool people. And yeah, it's a great way to meet people. Oh, that was a bee. And to move and like be fit, stay fit. but it's also a good way to get out of your comfort zone and learn to trust as well. It really helped me when I first started doing that, even though I had no idea what I was doing, and like I had no intention of necessarily getting anything out of it either. I just wanted to sort of meet people and just have fun. So it's really good. If you want to get into that, let me know. Like if you're around Sydney area, I'll share with you the details of the group that I do it with. If you're not and you want to learn yoga on your own remotely, we can do yoga online as well. I do that as well, so let me know. Or if you just want like private classes, either PT or even acro yoga, you can also reach out to me. Yeah, and I wanted to share a little bit about how the raw food has been going and stuff as well. So raw food has been going really well. I've been raw since about the start of the year, like fully raw, like pretty much 95% raw. So I pretty much gave up the cooked food at the beginning of the year because it wasn't working for me. Like it wasn't feeling right for me anymore. I was feeling a bit sick after eating dinner. Like I was eating pasta and bread quite a fair bit, like pretty much every day I was eating that, and for a while that was fine, but then all of a sudden it just didn't feel right anymore. So I felt guided to eat the raw food again and to really do it properly this time. And so that's what I've been doing all this time for the past 6 months. And yeah, I've been eating fruit during the day, so still eating usually twice a day. I don't usually eat until 11, 12-ish. So I do intermittent fasting. I don't eat in the mornings, one, because I don't feel like it, but two, it gives me greater energy, more productivity, more clarity, and time for my body my stomach to not have to do anything. So it's good. It gives you more energy that way, because when your energy is not directed to digestion, which actually takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot more energy, I think, than you may realize if you haven't really looked into it, which is why, like, sometimes if you eat, especially if you're eating like heavy food, you feel tired after. And some people like that feeling. I personally don't like that feeling. I like to feel energetic and vibrant all the time, because that gives me energy to do all the activities I love to do, and to be like in this happy, joyous state most of the time. I'm not always good. I do have ups and downs. Everybody does, and that's all part of life. So it's all good to not feel as good sometimes, but just to let that be and to breathe through it and to be with your emotions and to not run away from them. So I may talk more about that another time, but not all today. But I have been meaning to do more videos a little bit more regularly, and I may do it. I just haven't, unless I really feel like I really want to do it. I won't do it just because I'm sort of just, I don't do anything unless I really want to do it. And I feel like you guys should do that too if you don't already. Like, if you don't really want to do something, you just don't do it. Like, the right time to do it is when you feel like doing it. And if you feel like you want to do it in the future, but you sort of like, not sure, like, there's always going to be opportunities. Don't ever feel guilty for not doing something straight away, because I used to be like always jumping at things straight away, but sometimes it was too soon. Sometimes if I hadn't jumped at it straight away, I probably could have done it better, because I would have been able to be more present during the process of doing whatever the activity was. Like, anyway, so I won't get into that. But yeah, so since eating the raw food, my digestion has been better, but I've just mainly felt more energy and like not tired after eating. Yeah, and that's the main thing. Like, I don't feel sick, and I just really love eating fruit. So that's the thing, is like, I keep thinking that, am I gonna get sick of this? Because when I first went raw, I didn't get sick of the raw food, but especially during winter, it was a little bit challenging, like, sticking with it all the time. And maybe because I wasn't used to it enough, or maybe because I wasn't eating enough back then as well. So I was still recovering from the eating disorder back then. So for that reason, it may have been why it was a lot harder. But this time, it's been really easy. I've been enjoying eating. Well, lately I've been eating apples, pears, bananas, oranges, pretty much every day. Like, I don't eat all of those foods every day. I eat a lot of exotic fruits too, every now and then. Haven't been eating as many watermelons or melons as much lately, but I eat them sometimes papayas. Mangoes I was eating tons of, like pretty much every day, until just recently when they went out of season, but I was eating them all the time before, and they're so good. But yeah, like if I get sick of eating this way, or if I feel like I should start eating heavier food again, cooked food, then I will. Like, I'm not attached to this identity as a raw vegan. However, I intend to continue eating this way because I do feel like, for me personally, it's been the best thing in terms of diet, nutrition. It really works with my lifestyle. It's really easy to do. Like, it's so much easier than cooking food all the time, and you can take raw food anywhere. And it also hasn't impacted my social life, so I've still been able to eat out. Most places you go, you can still get a salad, or you can get fruit, or take fruit with you. Like, sometimes I take fruit with me places, if I don't know. But I don't eat out that often because I have other activities that I do to socialize usually. But it hasn't prevented me from doing that, which is really good, because that was something that was hard at the beginning, and which is why I sort of wanted to go back to eating cooked food, because it's a lot easier to just eat anywhere. Like, because most places you can get vegan food anywhere, and like, yeah, it's really easy these days. So, and having that mindset really helps, and that mindset just comes naturally when you sort of just open up yourself up into the reality of what you can do, rather than what you can't do, what you think you can't do because of what you're used to. Because what you think you can't do, like in anything, is really not necessarily true. It's just what you haven't done before, or what you're not used to. You can do anything if you can perceive it, basically. So when your mind is open to it, you can find the way. And the way comes over time, so you don't have to really figure things out. The answer's just given to you in the moment if you're just present. Like, being present is the main thing. This is the main thing that I'm focused on, really. Like, in terms of all the things that I'm doing, the main thing is just being present in each moment, in every activity, in every conversation I have. Being present right now as I'm talking and eating food, or working, or playing a music instrument, whatever it is. Just being present, because that's where the magic happens. That's how things come to you. When you're just here now, you're not waiting for something to happen in the future. You're just focused on how you're feeling now. Predominantly, you want to be feeling positive and well, but if you're not feeling that way, to feel however you feel, and to just let that be. Express that feeling if you need to, and find ways that resonate with you, that help you like release energy, release emotion, so whatever feels good to you. Like, I personally like music. That's really good practice for me. It helps me to stay present, and it helps me to stay grounded as well. Meditation is great too, and then yoga. But you can do anything. Maybe you like to do art, maybe you like to draw, maybe you like to play video games. I don't know. There's no right or wrong. It's just doing what feels good for you. And then when something stops feeling good for you, to let go without any identity you have to that thing, and to move on to whatever it feels right for you in that moment. Because everything is always changing, and to be with the change is to be in the flow of the universe, to be present, and to go with whatever is going, because it's always moving. Anyway, this is a lot longer than I intended this video to be, and I hope that it all uploads. If not, I may have to split this video, and I will, because I feel like this content is valuable. And I feel like I didn't expand on what raw food was as much as I'd like to. So yeah, fruit during the day, and then salads at dinner usually, so I've been eating mostly salads with avocado. I've been recently started sprouting as well, which I found has been really good, and I find that it has been digesting well as well. But sprouting is really good. I've been doing a lot of research personally on raw food and research in general and exercise, everything that I love. And yeah, sprouting is really good for increasing the nutrient content of the food itself, but also, like, you can eat a lot of things raw if you sprout them. So you can actually sprout rice. I didn't even know you could do that before. I haven't done it yet, but I have some rice, so I might sprout some rice and let you guys know how that actually goes. But yeah, I've been sprouting things like chickpeas, mung beans, lentils, things like that to get more protein and just more variety, so not always eating like the same thing, even though I never get sick of eating the same thing. If I eat salad with avocado, I never seem to get sick of that. I really love it. Zucchini noodles, I've been making those a lot with different dressings. Sometimes I make a marinara kind of dressing with tomatoes and beetroot and stuff, which Johnny likes and some other of my friends like, so it's really good. I don't know, it's really good. Gosh. Yeah, and I make some other kind of dressings, like a Thai spicy kind of noodles. And there are other things I want to experiment with, which I haven't yet, just because I've been like enjoying what I've been having so far so much. But I may, oh yeah, hummus. You can make hummus raw. So if you guys want any tips on eating raw food, or like you don't have to go raw or go vegan or do anything like that, but if you just want to improve your health, just eating more raw foods as much as you can, maybe eating just a bit more fruit, eating more salads is really good, because raw foods are high in energy and vitality, because they're alive, they're high in water as well, so they keep you hydrated, which is really important. And yeah, so they help to cleanse you out if you just want to cleanse. If you've got any issues, going raw is really good. Also, fasting is really good if you feel like you're ready to fast. If you fasted before, like, it's really good. I do fast almost every week, 1 day a week. Not every week. I'm not super strict about it. I just do it, and it's usually 24 hours, so it's nothing too serious, at least for me, because I've done this for quite a few years now, so I'm quite used to it. When I started, it was quite hard and a lot of emotions came up, but the more you do it, it really helps you to be present and to deal with emotions and to really appreciate life and food more, and that's really the benefit of it and why I love doing it. But I don't push myself to do it if I don't feel like doing it, because I don't want to get into any sort of being too strict kind of thing, because I have been that way in the past, and I don't encourage that as well. But if you want any tips on improving your diet, feel free to ask me anything, and I'll share just from my own experience. I'm not an expert, but I have been doing this for a number of years, and it's really been working for me, and I really love it. I really have been enjoying food more. I really like eating more, and I realized how much I wasn't enjoying food before I was eating this way, and so it's really just benefited me so much. Also, in terms of yoga, if you guys want any tips on that, or if you even want to give it a go, you can let me know, and I will do a free session with you. If you haven't done one with me before, I'm open to doing that, because yoga is really helpful for so many benefits, for improving flexibility, mobility, just becoming more present and more relaxed. And it's really fun, and it just makes you feel good. It's a really good way to start the day, but you can do it any time of the day. You can do it however you like. It doesn't matter what you've done before. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you've got an injury, usually you can work with that as well, depending on what it is. But you can usually do something. Like, it's very rare that somebody can't do anything. It's just a matter of tweaking the practice or the exercise to suit you, and everybody is different. So that's why I personally enjoy working with people individually rather than doing groups. Like, I sometimes do small groups. I haven't been doing them lately. I've just been working one-on-one, because I really feel that is the best way to get the most benefit for yourself because you're an individual, you're unique, and you can find out what works for you, and that way you can get the most out of it. So that's why I do it. I enjoy doing it the most. So if you want to do that, feel free to reach out. And if you just got any questions on anything exercise, I'm happy to share with you as well. So yeah, that's it for the video. It didn't intend to be 20 minutes long, but I hope you guys, I know you will have an amazing day. Get out in the sun, get out and breathe fresh air, get out and enjoy life and do what it is that you love. And that is all for now. Love you all. Namaste.